C-Suite sit down now. This should be a good one today because you want to talk about businesses inside the Beltway. That's certainly been a growing area of late with the government involved in so many different things. And Dick Griffin is the CEO of the Griffin Method. He joins us now. Dick, good to see you. Essentially, it's a consulting company, right, that helps other companies that want to be government contractors, that want to get in the business of getting government contracts. Is that right?
That's right.
So so those clients of yours are involved in what? Pretty much anything the government does?
Well, most of my clients have been in the government contracting arena before, Connell.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of my clients are new companies whose commercial markets have dried up and started to come in with a much higher level of interest in the government contracting
Right,
business.
because as we said, there's so much government business to be had. So give us an example of how you work with them. What's different about government versus private industry for some of these companies that may not have been involved in it in the past?
Well, Connell, if you were to bring your business to me and I didn't know you, the first thing I'd ask you to do is let's assess where you fit in the way the government buys what they sell, or what you sell.
Right.
We'd want to know who buys your commodity or widget, and we'd want to know how often they buy it, what agencies buy it, and that sort of thing. Before we can say to you, we can help you do this, we need to know exactly how you're going to sell it.
Right, and is that essentially the Griffin Method? What is the Griffin Method exactly?
Right, well, my expertise is, I owned and operated my own businesses for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went in the federal government, became a contracting specialist. And then when I got out, I discovered that I'm truly a public servant at heart, so what I really want to do is help other businesses be better at providing services for the government. I believe it's important that the government get the very best contractor possible for the work they need to do. And nearly all the work the government does is done by contractors.
Do you get the sense for planning your business for the future that this uptick we've seen in government involvement, and certainly the stimulus plan is associated with that, and that will play out over the next number of years, do you expect that to be temporary, or are we in kind of a new era here?
I would say that what we're looking at with the stimulus package, we're probably seeing a spike there.
Mm-hmm.
But government, if you look at the growth of federal government and state government across the board for the last 5 or 6 years, it's been up between 10 and 15% per year. I don't see that trend breaking down at any moment in the future. So I'd look for that. I encourage my clients all to understand that government's going to be a permanent marketplace for their services every day.
The so-called new normal that we hear a lot about. Okay, Dick, thank you. Good to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Connell.
Dick Griffin and the company, the Griffin Method. He's the CEO there. Thanks very much. All right, we're going to talk more about the markets. Again, a preview of the day ahead. Asia got us off on the wrong foot, so to speak, last night. Big down day in China. Most of the Asian markets were lower. Our futures are down. Back to talk about why. Remember, we also have a $5.5 billion deal that was announced earlier this hour. We'll be right back.